Welcome back to Max Reaction. How are you doing today? Hopefully you're having a good day. Hopefully you're staying safe. And we're going to check out some more Marawi operations. Haven't watched this video yet. It's Philippine Special Forces and the Marawi operations. And I've been told that they tell a little bit more story of how the brothers of Abu Sayyaf got killed. Pretty sure they got killed during these missions. And what a good thing, because they don't need to walk this earth. Terrible people doing terrible things to good people. So let's check this out. Let's react to it. Let's do this. Liveth evermore. Check the channel out. Good channel, great channel. Links down below.
In May 2017, the city of Marawi in the south of the Philippines was plunged into conflict as IS-affiliated militants seized control over the city.
Terrible times.
What followed was some of the heaviest urban fighting the Philippines had experienced since the end of the Second World War, as the Philippine Army, supported by the Air Force, Navy and Police, launched an operation to retake the city from the Islamic State.
They did a fantastic job too.
In conjunction with the ground offensive, the Philippine High Command were working tirelessly behind the front lines to locate two individuals who had orchestrated its takeover. The first was Isnilon Hapilone, who in 2016 was appointed as the leader of all IS-affiliated groups in Southeast Asia, whilst the other...
That dude can fuck himself. I don't usually use that language, but you know what I mean.
...was Omar Maute, who headed the Maute group, which from 2015 became a branch of the Islamic State, and whose fighters had led the seizure of Marawi.
Disgusting, soulless people.
Both were known to have been operating in the city, but despite countless reports and rumours as to their whereabouts, it wouldn't be until the 7th of October 2017 that the biggest development occurred. On that day, a young woman who has been personally held hostage by Hapilone and Omar seized an opportunity to escape and made contact with Filipino soldiers, with whom she shared the location of the building the terror leaders were using as a safe house. The target building in question, located in the Padian district of Marawi, had in fact been under Philippine surveillance for some time.
Time to
but
die.
Insufficient intelligence on who exactly was inside prevented the launching of a military operation. Using the information the former hostage provided, the Philippine military over the next week drew up plans for an assault against the building, with the objective of not only killing or capturing Isnilon Hapilone and Omar Maute, but also safely securing a large number of hostages she had pointed out to be on the target.
And that's just as important, you know. Killing the two bad guys, don't let them live. Just exterminate them, and then saving the good people that are hostages.
For the operation, a substantial amount of resources from the Philippine Special Operations Command were to be committed, with an assault team earmarked with storming and clearing the building itself, being made up of an unknown number of operators from an undisclosed company of the Light Reaction Regiment, whilst two teams from the 8th Scout Rangers Company of the 1st Scout Rangers Regiment were tasked with sealing off possible exit routes at the rear of the target. The Scout Rangers were to be reinforced with several sniper teams.
You see how tense that guy's face is, man? The Scout Ranger, he ain't playing around. He's like, I'm on one mission, take the bad guys out, save the good guys. This is what I've trained for, this is what my soul bleeds, and that's what they did.
From the 4th Light Reaction Company of the Light Reaction Regiment, in addition to two M113A2 armoured personnel carriers from the Philippine Army, which have been specially upgraded with built-in remote-controlled weapon stations. By the 15th of October 2017, the operational plans had been finalised, and the Philippine Command gave the assault force the green light to execute the mission.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
At 01:30 on the morning of the 16th of October 2017, under the cover of darkness and in heavy rain, the assault team from the Light Reaction Regiment and equipped with night vision goggles made their way on foot to the front entrance of the target building.
Coming for you.
Simultaneously at the rear, the two teams from the 8th Scout Rangers Company, supplemented by the two M113A2 armoured personnel carriers, moved up and secured two exits from the premises, whilst the sniper teams from the 4th Light Reaction Company took up their positions in nearby buildings that overlooked the back entrance.
Snipers everywhere, man.
Getting into position, the assault team made a forced entry into the building and were immediately met with small arms fire from IS militants located inside. As the gunfire broke out, both Hapilone and Omar picked up their rifles and rushed to the rear exit, where they hoped to relocate to another building.
Bunch of cowards running. They are cowards. They always were cowards, hiding place to place, hiding behind other ISIS fighters, hiding behind children, fighting for them. Absolutely two cowards.
Believing the back road to be safe, the two militants ran out from the target. However, parked just 30 meters away was one of the M113A2s, whose gunner, nicknamed Black Hornet, spotted Omar and Hapilone making their escape for his thermal sights.
Look out!
Although at the time the Filipino troops were not aware of their identities, believed them to be just regular IS fighters.
Doesn't matter, kill them.
Adjusting the aim of the onboard remote-controlled weapons station, the gunner fired several .50 cal rounds at the two militants, hitting Omar in the head, killing him instantly.
In the head! In the head gone.
At the same time, the supporting scout rangers and overhead sniper teams opened fire on Hapilone, striking him 3 times in the chest.
Good. Good.
Falling to the ground, Hapilone recovered his R4A3 rifle and briefly returned fire at the Filipino troops, before he eventually died of his wounds. Minutes later, a group of 17 hostages, including 9 women, 7 children and a 2-month-old baby, emerged from the rear of the target and rushed over to the scout rangers,
That's
where they were
awesome.
checked over for any explosive devices before being moved away to safety.
So awesome they saved these people.
Meanwhile, at the front of the building, the assault team had gained a foothold inside and began clearing each room and floor level, during which they engaged and killed a further 8 militants affiliated to the Islamic State, whilst incurring no casualties themselves.
No casualties. That is
By
fantastic.
06:30 on the 16th, the area was declared clear of enemy troops, with all the hostages safely recovered,
Thank you.
enabling several scout rangers to move forward in an armoured vehicle and recover the bodies of Omar and Hapilone, located in the middle of the road. One ranger involved in the operation later stated, "We had no idea that the 2 men sprawled face first on the dirt road were the high value targets. Only when we turned one over did we recognise Hapilone."
Awesome.
Moving the 2 bodies into their vehicle, the scout rangers were able to make a visual confirmation that the 2 leading terrorists in the Philippines had been neutralised, although DNA samples were to be sent to the US for official confirmation.
Imagine that though, imagine that, you know, all the terror they've been causing all through the Philippines for years, not just during the Marawi, for years, and on the same day, the troops, the special forces, scout rangers, take the 2 top terrorists out. That's a day to celebrate. You gotta mourn too for the people that was lost, but you gotta celebrate that those 2 people are done.
The results which came back on the 21st of October and confirmed that they were indeed Isnilon Hapilone and Omar Maute. The day after the operation, on the 17th of October 2017, the Philippine president declared the liberation of Marawi from the Islamic State.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hereby declare Marawi Seige liberated
Liberated,
from
baby.
the terrorist influence that marks the beginning of rehabilitation.
Liberated.
A week later, on the
I love
23rd of
that
October, the Philippine
pose.
military announced the end of their combat operations in the region,
I love
as
that
Filipino
pose.
troops secured the last enemy pocket in the city. The cessation of hostilities in Marawi brought an end to 5 months of heavy fighting
Look at that.
that left 80% of the city in ruins and sadly claimed the lives of 87 innocent civilians and 168 Filipino service personnel.
That's a heavy loss. Heroes don't die, they just fade away. Is that the saying? Let's not let them fade away. Let's remember them. In the memory of 168 Filipino service personnel who lost their lives during the Battle of Marawi, May 23rd to October 23rd, 2017. Wow, it's been that long ago. It feels like just yesterday that it happened. It's already working on 3 years, so we can't let the memories fade. And through videos like this that they create, we can carry on the memories of these heroes and what they went through to save many, 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 many lives, hostage lives, and push out the bad guys through death and reclaim a city. And the city is rough. I don't know how the city it looks like now today, but I'm guessing it's still recovering quite a bit. Wow. And that was powerful. That was powerful. This is the first time I actually heard like more details of the final moments of the two terrorists that brought all this madness, all this hatred, all this death, this plague of just black to Marawi. And it's the first time I heard the story of how they died. And I think you're grateful that they're dead, and I'm grateful too. The world's a much better place with people like that gone, done, dead. They don't deserve to be put in prison or anything like that. They just deserve to be gone and erased. Anyway, powerful video, a good video to look back at and remember the true heroes that liberated Marawi. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Those are my feelings. What's your thoughts? What's your feelings? And let me know how Marawi's doing today. How is it recovering? I'm sure there's many more years of recovering. There's got to be. But let me know down below in the comment section. Let me know what I should react to next. And I'll see you next time. Peace.